You would be surprised at the number of people that are trying to retire and are just right there on the line. A lot of times they ask questions to Dustin and I, like, what else can we do? What do we need to do to get retired, but make sure that we can make it all the way through retirement? Well, we go through financial plans. We really break everything down. But I really just want to show you what would happen, not that everybody wants to do it, but what happens to the plan if you just worked one more year. How much would that benefit you? Now, I'm going to break this down super simple. I don't want to go through it really in depth, but let me just go ahead and show you in just a second. And if we haven't met, I'm Eric with Jazz Wealth Managers, where we don't just invest dough, we like to educate on dough. So let me go ahead and share the screen here, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Now, I made this extremely basic to be able to just show you the quick impact that things could have on a financial plan for somebody. Now, this is just a quick little tool we use as a reference. This is calculating things. It's not running a Monte Carlo analysis. We talk about that sometimes, 1,000 scenarios, nothing like that. This is just looking at, if this person were to retire and Louis were to get a 6% return in retirement and they were to live on $40,000 a year, they had $1 million saved, and they're 60 years old. He's 60 currently. He's going to live for 30 years, so he's going to live until he's 90. So in this plan right here, just looking at the basics, I cut out Social Security because, you could, wait to take Social Security. There's a lot of other variables, but a lot of people say, well, if I work one more year, how much better would I be? I mean, obviously, you're going to be a little better, but how much? And so in this scenario, we're looking here, he would have $183,956 at the end of the plan. Now, that should be more than enough. Looks great, though, you do have to consider that, well, what happens if one year he ends up needing a little extra money, or for, let's say, 3 or 4 years, the market is down for 3 or 4 years, such as like a 2008, where we have this whole negative time where he's always trying to claw back with the money. Maybe he retired and it was 2008. So there's some things where it's like, okay, you've got enough money to retire, but, to make sure you don't run out, let's look at some other scenarios. We often would use nest egg on this, but in this one, I really just want to show you the basics on this. So instead, let's keep the number the same. Now, if you worked another year, possibly you would have another year in the market. And if the market had a 6% return, if you had $1 million, you'd have another $60,000. Potentially, you would save a little bit more in there. But I just wanted to take it dollar for dollar here and say, okay, well, if he's 61 and then he lives 29 years, because we're adjusting for that, for him living until 90 years old. Same thing, $40,000 he would need. He would have $237,000. So it's not a massive difference, but it's just enough to show you that working that one more year just could give you a little bump. A lot of people have that question. So it's one that I just wanted to break down for you real quick. If you haven't ever chatted with us and you want to look for a financial plan or somebody to manage your money, check us out at jazzwealth.com. We'd be happy to help you.